gonna buy back. They have the Tiny coming up in a few seconds. Heroes are low. But Waska, they're not losing anything. The way they're executing these fights just beautifully. Mago is just getting XXS in every single one of them. He just jumps in, magnetizes him, and he has to ult, but he dies to the magnetize.
He just died during the ult, yeah.
So fast.
During his own black hole.
Nice in. Still has 4 stacks of the presence. That's the Megas. Waska. What a game so.
See if they can close it up here.
15 seconds on it.
No Ame for nearly a minute.
Looks like they should be able to.
That's the tier 4's got. I mean, Pike's just hitting the Ancient. PYW's got to do something. He jumps in with the Avalanche. Darmargo tries to roll over towards XM. XM able to turn, but they'll lose the Tiny almost certainly. The Ancient's exposed. It's going to be game over. As Waska take game 1. And yeah, absolutely, you can feel the hype. See exactly why people have been talking about this team with the wins that they've had. They look fantastic.
Absolutely, and definitely, you know, we're hyping up the Ame Jug, but definitely a reason why we don't see Jug too many times in these games.
This game was the definition of why we don't see Jug, right? It wasn't a single Omni Slash, apart from that one in the mid. That one in the mid that kind of did well again into them. Every other Omni Slash, it basically just gets denied. But it always gets put to a stop.
In the most important clutch scenarios, in the most important clutch team fights in particular, it's when Matthew really clutched it up. The bottom one, when he gets the decrep on the SF, and then the life drain heal to save the SF. They end up losing him a little bit afterwards, but then he gets tossed back. He survives, and that's when the timing from Ame came from the nullifier too. So
they had to get him in that fight. They did, and Matthew survives and makes these saves. And yeah, on the other side of kind of the carries, Pike 11-2-20, and getting to do this in a game with this SF, obviously great hero in this patch, but you don't even need to buy the BKB, right? He goes to this fully aggressive build, and it's perfect. The positioning in the team fights, they just couldn't deal with Pike in the same way that Ame was getting dealt with on their side of XG.
Yeah, just beautiful execution is really what it comes down to. Waska, we really do see why they ended up in the position that they did in these groups with those wins. These plays, they're just clutch.
Absolutely. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. To start off this best of 3, Waska will take game 1.
What a great showing here in the first game of this best of 3 series. The first series for these teams in the second group stage here for Dream League, and Waska is just crushing it. After the draft was done, my panel was like, well, you know, Extreme, they just look so solid. No, Waska coming in, and even though at some point Kazu was like, no, there's no way they can win. They cannot kill Juggernaut anymore. No, no. Guess what? They could kill Juggernaut.
They could.
Yeah, they could do it very easily, actually. Actually, Matthew, right here
this
is
was
the
the
moment
fight.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, this is the fight where they picked up Nullifier, and it looked like it's going to be a good fight, but he gets the life drain off, and there were these Omni Slashes were not dealing the damage that you expected them to deal. Like these Shadow Blades, Glimmer Capes before he could get a Nullifier, and sometimes he would go on a target, he uses Nullifier already, and like even during the Black Hole, they were just not connecting on the same target. There were a couple of fights where Extreme Gaming, they were going for like different targets, especially XM. Like he needed to help out Ame to dish out the damage because they're relying so much on Juggernaut. And in this case, Jug, he doesn't have Aghanim Scepter, so doesn't have that mini slash just to be able to get extra damage, maybe dodge something. So it was quite difficult for him. But we gotta give credit to Waska, man. What is going on with South American carries? North America died, so South America could thrive. Ever since, you know, North America has been down here somewhere with Dota. South American carries have been carrying. We had some like really nice performances from Pakaz, from Pike, from Heroics carry as well. So it feels like this is the new region, and I really love the aggressiveness that they are playing.
Yeah, I mean, this was a great game 1.
I love the way the panel, I'm excusing myself from the experts,
of course,
was like, oh, they've got good heroes. You know, Waska, they've got good heroes, and then these are good heroes, but it doesn't connect. And you know, there weren't the stuns. Didn't matter. No. Didn't matter. I feel like the sniper had loads of money, and occasionally he'd be peeping, and it was good. But this SF man, this hero, he could just stand there and just fight, and it's just too much damage. I don't know how they bring him down without losing like 3 people doing it. And that, like you were saying, the moment where the Puglet was dead, I was like, ah, he's dead. How'd he live? What's happening here? It's crazy. So he's just sucking the jug through spin. Apparently that's fine. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Ridiculously good.
But great.
Yeah.
Great game.
Life Drain is the only ability that you can suck at and still be very good. Yeah, you know, just maybe Mana Drain as well, but I gotta give credit to them. Like, their positioning was really top tier. Also, the amount of healing that they did was insane, and also Aghanim Scepter on Donald, so that you can choose where you want to go. One of the reasons why they didn't itemize for BKB on Enigma, knowing that it's still gonna go through, so very difficult. And they caught him off guard so many times with this Hex. Really love that itemization from Pyke, so he doesn't need to get a BKB because he's playing into Omni Slash, he's playing into Black Hole, so he pretty much has a free slot. Goes for Shadow Blade, turns into Silver Edge, and also has a Hex, something that we don't see. One of the reasons why these South American carriers are so good, they're not afraid to experiment, buy new items, and this is what I like to see, this aggressiveness, because he's involved in a lot of the kills, and a lot of the times you would see Shadow Fiend getting 1, 2, 3 kills. Suddenly there's -10 armor with the level 15 presence of the Aura Effects building, and he just goes through those buildings so quickly.
Speaking of experiments, though, isn't Juggernaut, like the hero itself, being picked up by Extreme? Like, literally, the only team that picks
I think
it
it's
up.
time to stop.
It's also a little bit of an experiment.
I've not been impressed by Juggernaut. There's just something that we talk about a lot, that this hero needs either a talent or his first hit of Omni Slash needs to be able to dispel, because right now the hero just feels very lackluster.
It's got a lot of problems.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you'll ult and you bounce off to the load of creeps. I mean, it's just...
Omni Slash can hit creeps.
It's just daft.
Easy fix.
It's just daft. I mean, or you can just use yourself, or glimmer yourself. Or there's too many ways to prevent
There's
it.
a lot of items
It's
that you can
too
just...
much kiting.
It's too easy to kite, and if you kite it well, now all of a sudden Jug is in not where he wants to be, because you can't just jump out of it. It needs something. Either it needs to be more reliable and maybe do a little less damage or something, because it always used to be if the fight was, you know, maybe not going well, you get a good Jug ult off, and now it's like, well, now we're taking loads of damage, we can't hit the carry. What do we do? That causes problems. It needs work. It needs rework.
definitely needs work.
But it's an iconic spell sheet. You can't change it too much. It's an
You
iconic
can
spell.
reduce the cooldown, maybe, of the ultimate a little bit.
So you
'cause
can
it's
fuck it
super
up more
long.
often.
Yeah, potentially, but then at least you have more shots, you know. One thing that he did do very well, and that was definitely very helpful in the game, was, you know, he put his healing ward out a couple of times. That was very good. I wonder if it was
gameplay.
good enough to be awarded Ward of the Game for the Kitty Award of the Game with Kezu.
Well, we shall find out, because Ame certainly didn't do that much in this game, but Sheaves is correct. The healing ward. It's our Kidia ward of the game, because, you know, let's have a look and see what it actually did. Because if you play pubs, you should use healing ward just like this. You know, here, if we go back like 20 minutes, you know, Extreme are feeling pretty good. They can just push this high ground. Who can kill this ward? You know, for now, it's feeling 1,000, 2,000,
Wow.
3,000, maybe 9,000.
Wow.
God knows. And until this SF shows up, you know, Mr. Pyke, look at his attack range. How is this legal? He has like a quiver. If they don't have quiver here, Shiver, this game ends and we will be praising
But
this
he
Juggernaut.
has a quiver, right?
Exactly, and that's why they could win this game. They just got very lucky. No, just kidding. Obviously, Waska played incredibly well. I think their items, as Lacoste already touched on, I think very clutch. Whereas Extreme, you know, I'm lacking like an MKB on the Jug. XXS, didn't really see him in this game. I think his items aren't great, but I will say, Waska, they look damn good. They play well, they position well, they itemize well. Well played.
Yeah, you were full of confidence the whole way through, right?
No, I was not, but I will give them credit where credit is due, because I thought Extreme should win. They were in an okay position, but they got clapped.
Do you think they're gonna do it again?
After seeing game 1,
Yeah.
87% chance that Waska wins game 2.
Ooh, that is an incredibly high percentage. Let's see if Extreme will be able to punch back and force out a third game to this best-of-3 series. We're finding out after break.
Masih iklan, guys.
Moonlight, as the world sleeps, please send me visions rich and deep. Oh, I can't get one peep. Moonlight, moonlight, hear my plea. Moonlight, the stars aren't aligned.
Oke, coba mungkin. Ini offline atau support deh nih? Mungkin offline ya, atau mid. Mungkin offline.
I think we should play Roche.
Oh. Remix. Udah tahu remix. Oke, bisa. Aduh, sakit dari ide-nya. Icon gak bener sih. Sumpah itu Icon. Terapi.
I'll get him probably. That was a sick fucking lick stun actually. Should probably BK beat that actually. Who needs black hole?
Gop.
BKB, I guess? Oh, that was the refresher, okay.
Back up in a second, Pure.
Oh boy, Pure's BKB's ending.
He's caught in the vortex into the stun.
I'll play.
He's gone. It's over. Tundra. Fantastic stuff from them here as a very quick turnaround.
Pure disconnects without saying GG.
I think it was like, what, a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
A 20k gold lead. And then
Nightfall does the miracle
like
even.
that, Tundra turn it around and they take the win.
That's a crazy game, honestly. So at some point, 21k gold lead, but before that, Thunder are the ones pushing racks. They're the ones that threw first. It was like a 3-2-2, 6-4. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, so, like I said in the beginning of the stream, guys, I felt a bit sick yesterday. Feel a lot better today, guys. I think I slept it off. Just maybe low sleep or something. Feeling way more okay today.
Ini baru ngeplay blok nih.
Sadly, yesterday was solo queue day, so
Baru ini.
I lost a bit of points, but yeah.
Baru live deh. Biasa kalau grup ini nih live nih pasti lebih banyak ini yang nonton.
Oh yeah,
Akun asli
what is the game?
orang yang nge-stream ini.
How can you live with yourself when you steal free content every single day without exception? Every single day you live off other people's work you answers. Holy shit. Damn, this fucking guy. Alright, I'm gonna explain, because some people do not understand Oreo. I'm gonna talk to you just so you understand. I'm not gonna permaban him. I'm gonna teach him. This is how co-streaming works. And it's not even that big in Dota. It's bigger in League. Way bigger in League. Way bigger in Valorant. The way it works is an I show them. I have their sponsors on my stream. I have no sponsors, right? So I have their sponsors on my stream. I show their production, and they can use my numbers, right? So they say, okay, Gork had 10,000 viewers. They tell their sponsors, these are 10,000 people that wouldn't normally be watching us. Maybe not all of them wouldn't be watching us. Now they're instead watching. Oh, here's $100 promo code 1xbet, right?
Like
But they get paid for me watching. You understand? So it's a win for people that I co-stream for. You understand? I get paid sometimes to co-stream, and several other games sometimes you get paid to co-stream. You understand? It's a service. It's not a stealing. Even though it seems like, oh, I'm stealing, I'm gaining so much. Of course I'm getting. I like co-streaming, it's fun, you know, whatever, right? I'm just telling you how the real world works, okay? I hope you hopefully understand now. The real world is they get paid more when I watch their stream. You understand? I'm partnering up with them. I email them, have correspondence with them. They want me to do it. It's not like I'm forcing them to do anything, okay?
True.
That's why I can watch their games live like this.
True, Corp. True. Wah, ikannya bro. Masak semuanya.
Hello, welcome back. You're still watching Green League Season 24. We're in the middle of our second series of the day. We're in a second group stage, so we're over to best of 3 series only from here on out, and a best of 5 finals, I know. But in this group stage, only best of 3s. And game 1 was taken by Waska against Extreme. We're going to find out if they can force out a third game to the series. So they need to win the next game, guys. Previous game did not look that good. Juggernaut did not look that good. But let's be real, was this only a Juggernaut problem?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, no.
I gambled on yes.
Well, I don't think so, because Waska, not only did they execute their draft better, they played better, they bought better items, and they team fought better. So actually, they did nearly everything better than Extreme. I still feel like Extreme can win this game, but they should make it easier by not picking Jug next game.
Yeah. Interesting Dota stats. Did you know that every Dota hero is at a Juggernaut?
I wanna.
Back to you, Shimmer. No, come back.
We need you.
That one.
Beautiful baby.
I feel like I've heard it before as well, Lacoste.
Probably
No,
from him.
no. It was a different one.
Which one?
It was TB or not TB.
Oh, glad we got those out of the way.
Now we can focus.
Actually,
yes.
Ted, have you sat next to Lacoste yet this Dream League?
No.
No, we were.
Okay.
Us 3 were on the.
He couldn't handle the smell.
Yeah, we had
Do you want to check his laptop?
Oh, sure. Why?
And document he has open on it somewhere, a
Let's
notepad.
have a look.
There's jokes on it, I think.
He has
No.
A joke pad.
joke pad.
No, these are just good notes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Read one.
Mode Lauren-off.
One more?
Carry style difference offlaners.
This is just, you know.
Nightfall versus old.
Yeah, and they played the offlaners.
Where's your joke
There are no
document?
jokes. They're in here.
No, you had a document.
They're in
No,
the
I didn't. Jenkins is making shit up.
Why are you believing
Shocker.
Jenkins?
Oh no. All right, let's focus our attention to
there's
the
a
draft.
draft.
Game 2
Draft.
here, and Waska actually opened with the Mars. And we talked a lot about Mars already
Yep.
because it is 100% flex pick for them. Because Dark Mago loves playing at mid. Obviously, Sacred can play it as well. And Extreme open with the Clockwork, which you can never go wrong with. They actually, interestingly enough, first phase ban from Waska, even though it lost previous game, they did remove the sniper.
Interesting. Even though, I mean, maybe you're expecting Extreme to ban out the Mars, so you just, you know, you take out the... Because maybe from the last game to this game, Ted, they would learn to build Tank Cardell instead of right
They
click.
might have figured that out. I mean,
So-
one of the components of Tank Cardell is the shard.
Exactly.
And
He
he
did not have it.
Tanks need mobility, right? A slow tank, it's like going back to World War I. You know, you need a modern mobile tank, you get the shard.
I won't join the conversation, Shiver, so maybe back to you.
All right, well, that being said,
Did you say I'm not enjoying the conversation?
not
He's not
joining.
joining.
not joining the conversation.
I'm not enjoying this conversation, Shiva. Back to you.
All right. We got a couple of carries banned out with the Medusa and the Shadow Fiend both taken out. Are those carries that normally just do good against Mars? Or where are they going with this?
I mean,
Yeah,
no.
so...
Yeah, usually it's the other way around. You know, there's been a lot of Mars against Medusa because of his bulwark, of course. But I think it's more about giving these heroes that can siege the high ground. All it takes is pretty much one fight, as we've seen with Shadow Fiend, to take 2 sides and maybe even close out the game. But about Medusa, back to you, Kazu.
I actually think they're banning Medusa and SF because they were hoping by lowering the carry pool, you increase their chance of taking Juggernaut.
Okay.
But Extreme actually leveled up and they will instead go with the fact of, okay, you ban Medusa because she's tanky against Mars, so you can just ban the dude, pick the Alk, you like Mars doesn't giga pressure the lane. So you will very likely farm a lot as the Alk, But maybe here's where if you're Waska, you can just put the Mars into the middle line and pick a new offliner.
This is very much out of Thunder's playbook, no?
Absolutely. Because one of the only counters to Alk, seemingly, is Doom. Back to you, Ted.
Are you saying that they're trying to bait out the Jug pick?
By banning better carries.
No, by picking things like Mars and saying like, better pick Jug. They could pick Disruptor and then it'd be like, I better take Jug.
Maybe they should
got
do it.
Disruptor. I'm just saying. What happened to Disruptor? He was like pretty good meta guy and then they got rid of him. What happened?
I don't know, just not a good hero
People
right
were
now.
trying it. They went for the fence and everything.
True.
But
I
he was
think it's playable.
there. He was there for a minute.
If you want to do the X thing with 2 charges, you can just pick Konka instead. Those fences are not good. I mean, they can be clutch in some like small areas, but still, if you're going for some big wombo combo. And now Waska picking up Tusk and picking up Batrider. Batrider's songs are on the rise.
Yeah,
This hero is way too good, especially when you're playing against like lineup that does have. Bless you, Ted.
I tried to mute it. I'm sorry.
There is a mute button right there.
Yeah, but
I tried.
Microphones would have picked that up either way.
No, it's a bit of a dad sneeze I developed.
It's all good.
Yeah, Batrider very good against these 4 protect 1 drafts. Yeah. Because you can always go through BKB. Now you have Tusk, now you have Batrider. So not going to be an easy game for Ame to play this Alchemist, I would say, because there's going to be a lot of downtime.
You do want to see Ame play this Alchemist? Because
yes.
I think
he
so.
does get last pick for his team most of the time, so this is a little bit different. And there's no flex potential?
Maybe there's some, but this hero is too good as a carry, in my opinion, to put it somewhere else.
Okay.
So if you're extreme, I was looking for either a mid that doesn't just like insta die to these spells, or an offlaner that gives you like team fight, but I assume they will pick this last. But they should be aware that there's a very high chance for Waska to, well, they have the option of either A, you pick the tiny mid now against the Puck and you just put the Mars offlane. But I guess Mars can also play mid like okay against Puck, you don't really get overly pressured. So it's kind of, like,
But which other offlaner would you like them to pick up to pressure this Alchemist in lane?
Honestly, I'm not that sure. I think I've heard different things about like Beastmaster into Alk. I personally feel like it's playable, but some other people tell me that it's like one of the worst matchups for Beast. But that is one hero I could see. Timber, maybe?
Why not just... Timber's fine. Maybe some Earth Spirit again for the mid lane. Put Mars in the side lane, so you have something against this Puck. They don't have any egg hitters. That's the big problem. Like all these 3 heroes, plus the ones that we are suggesting, these tinies, and also like they just don't deal with the eggs. So it's gonna need to come out from the safe lane.
I mean, I guess Pyke will have to play a hero like Morphling later.
Morphling,
like when you play Mars bad, people need to die in last, so in the arena. And like Lacoste was mentioning, they need an egg hitter. So maybe if you feel like there aren't that many carry options, you can do that.
I have another one, maybe some Dragonite, because Dark Mango also played it from the mid lane, and they could also play it from the safe lane, but they're just gonna go with their own style, which I do respect.
But this does not help at all with the egg.
No, absolutely not.
This is like the opposite of an egg solution.
Well, it will be on Mr. Pyke to do that.
You know who is a great egg hitter?
Juggernaut.
Yeah, I was gonna say Juggernaut. Or Lifestealer, I guess.
Oh, both very good heroes,
Yeah,
of course.
they're really, really in the meta right now. It's very cool.
I mean, if I'm Waska, you need 3 options right now, because if you give credit to Extreme, they're gonna ban your 2 best heroes, which should be Morph +1, and then you pick the Juggernaut. Back to you, Lacoste.
Back to me. I think Morph should be banned here by Extreme Gaming. I think there's also a good Luna ban that could come out. But this also, because Pyke has a pretty big hero
He has a good pool.
He has a pretty good pool that he can choose from. I think there could also potentially be a good Muerta game. There is decent amount of magic damage, there always is, and they're gonna ban it. Back to you, Kezu.
Back to me. I will be giga surprised.
If they don't ban Morph, I think that's crazy.
That's actually what I was gonna say. Not bad, Ted. Because it would be quite insanity.
No, there it is. It's a ban.
I mean, you need a carry, most likely a range carry that lanes with Tusk. You need to be able to deal damage into bad Mars. So like follow-up damage with either spells or hard right clicks.
Yeah.
And you need a BKB in mid-game against Phoenix, Puck, Owl.
You know, if Lina was still considered a carry, she would be decent.
She would be very good.
He also played Razor. He also,
Yeah.
I think it's because Morphling has been removed. Luna is a safer pick. It just gives the team fight.
Yeah.
There you go.
It gives you ability to kill the heroes. You also don't care too much about most of these. You also build into Pike.
They don't really want to pick another melee hero as well. That would give them 4 melee heroes.
They could replay and pick Enigma. It is better this game than it is last game.
Okay.
Because Beast was taken out. What else does Mr. XXS play?
Anything, really.
Yeah. Darkseer? You could lane Darkseer with the clock.
He's nice against Luna.
You build auras.
Would give them a lot of team fight. Most of the damage is magical from Waska. So I like that suggestion.
Vacuum Wall Egg Dream Coil is pretty good.
True.
Combo.
Pretty solid.
good combo.
If they didn't have Mars, I could have seen the Rizzle Dazzle. We haven't seen offlane Dazzle yet, but that hero's good.
They could always go back for the Centaur as well. There's still quite a few options
True.
actually in the game for XSS and Extreme in this one.
And my favorite ones would be either you rerun the Enigma or you pick the Darkseer man. What else is there?
Woi, ada kamera bro. Woi, nyadar. Woi, tanganku.
That was the Beastmaster and the Timber that they have removed for Waska for the offlaners.
Yes,
And they still have 30 seconds left.
there's
on
like a
both sides.
Dawnbreaker option, but I like it less than the others.
Oh, but it does give you vision in the Mars arena, right?
When it turns daytime or the old.
No, when the Mars has the vision. Oh no, you can't click them.
But you have Rocket for that. I think that's gonna
Yeah.
be used most of the time to scout things out inside.
Yeah.
Come on, XXS.
Darkseer. There
There
it
it
is.
is. Good call, guys.
What do we think?
So, back to you, Kezu, because you suggested Darkseer. Now you can elaborate why they're gonna lose with the Darkseer.
Let's see. I mean, it's gonna be
Do
a
you
very.
think they're gonna lose?
I think Extreme are gonna win this game.
Okay.
You thought that last time and you fucked up.
Oh, thank you, Ted. Appreciate the very normal language. Well, it's a very good Darkseer game because you're great against Luna. You build more units that will tank your old Antiglaves. You also build pipe. I feel like this time around, Extreme should be able to easier execute that draft
Okay.
because they don't have Juggerfart, who's a garbage hero, and they have Alchemist, who's very good. Back to you, Lacoste.
Yeah, it's gonna be much more competitive game. I think Ame is gonna have a clearer entry to the fight in terms of what he wants to do. There's not gonna be too many complications, who he needs to focus, but I don't know. After seeing Waska, the way they outplayed him in game number 1, and also shut down XM Sniper, which I don't think has been done in the Dream Leagues, I'm gonna go with Waska this time around, because they have also a really strong draft.
Okay, we're gonna find out what's gonna happen. If we are gonna have
It's
a
a Waska
game
dub.
number 3, or if this is gonna be a 2-0 for Waska. Let's find out with ODPixel and Fog via the PogChamp Pandas.
Come on bro, to the game bro. Iklan lagi nih.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for game 2 here between Waska and Extreme
Let's go.
Gaming. We've had some good change-ups here right, from both sides, bit of a different approach, and no Juggernaut. No this time, folks. We're getting Ame on his Alchemist.
And it's, you know, it's
So
crazy
easy.
how it's just like this jug into the Pugna, and the Pugna Matthew just
Extreme
is
harusnya
so
menang.
good at Pugna. I love to see that hero, honestly. It was so cool. Matthew, this time he'll scout them out. We'll have to skill Firefly, usually not the ideal. Want to get that Flamebreaker sticky for lane, but doesn't want to end up getting killed. Scouts them out. And yeah, looking at the overall draft, they, you know, we can talk about the Jug a bunch, but I did also want to mention XXS because I felt like he had a really rough time in the Enigma. His itemization too maybe left some to be desired, but they just had all the answers, and I would say that Waska, having all the answers, I think they had a bit of tougher access to execute them, but the way that they did was just so beautiful to see. So let's see if they can do it again. I would say Extreme, their draft looks a bit more standard this time around with the Alchemist Core.
A lot of team fight, right?
A lot of team fight, but on the same side for Waska, they also have a very standard comfort draft, I would say, for them. Dark Mago, Tiny, I want to say it's his number one.
Okay, because I was going to say, Tiny I feel like is one of those heroes that we're seeing some people bring out in the mid.
Yes.
It doesn't look too great, but in the hands of Dark Margot, you don't mind seeing him still going with the Tiny.
No, I mean, we saw even XM the other day when he was playing versus the Puck. He had a phenomenal game getting that super early Conda. He was a beast. The one thing about Dark Margot, I would say, is he is into a Phoenix as well this game, which is its worst matchup from a support. You don't kill the egg, percent-based damage, attack speed slow. So there will be that later on when the, once they start getting the ults and the big team fights start coming out. But yeah, he's got good targets to be able to burst, in particular that Puck. That's the main reason they want it. In this top lane, the fact that he doesn't have Flame Break actually means that they can't apply as much pressure to Ame in this early lane. But he still is able to claim the range creep with it. But Sacred overall should have a good time up here. And Sacred, when he gets to play his Mars, I think he's one of my favorite ones lately because he just does crazy stuff. I mean, that's this lineup, that's this team in general, but he does some crazy stuff. Because a lot of this is the result of that Firefly. So just can't trade effectively with them.
Yeah, should sort of change up when we hit level 2.
Yeah, he gets it.
Itu Phoenix
pakai bottom. This lane is going to also be one to watch because we've seen a good amount of Darks here when he's playing with Clockwork. The kill threat is constant. If you're not careful, they will have Tusk to maybe go for some type of snowball saves and all that, but yeah, this is a very, very kill-hungry lane.
Watch out on those twos. Top lane.
Level 2 is hit first.
Sacred's gone. Tian Ming finds the first blood opportunity.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of this is just this level 1. They get this advantage. Matthew not having a flame break to push them away from Sacred. I was talking up Sacred, but yeah, all this does happen when you don't have the usual ability skilled up for you to take advantage of.
They'll have the level 2s now, so they should have at least some way to protect themselves if they get gone on again by Extreme Top.
But the issue is, I think after this type of start, you can't really get aggressive onto the Alchemist. I think with this lane, if you actually have Flame Break and you have your normal kind of lane setup, you can poke him and be a little bit annoying to slow down his farm a bit, but with this type of start, it does feel like it's going to be a pretty much free farm for the side of Ame, unless he just makes a huge mistake. So it does feel like Waska, they're going to have to start doing some lane pull shenanigans up top to help out Sacred after that.
Mid lane, pretty close. A little bit of a leap for Dark Margot on the first few waves.
Yep. Starts to get a little bit better, I would say for the Tiny. He starts to be able to smash a little harder versus the Puck, but some players, some of these Pucks, they do a lot better versus the Tinies than others. Matthew's actually just holding the skill point now at this point, because maybe just I mean, it's not worth it to even have the flame break for aggression as PYW. They're trying to go for him. Not quite.
Can't imagine that bottom lane is definitely where we're going to see somebody go down.
Yeah. They're keeping them low though. Both XXS and PYW low, so they can't actually utilize double ion shell for aggressive play yet. Starting to heal up. Ame will actually stun himself. You know?
Does have in a second.
Does have Sticky.
They could literally try and make a move here once.
Going on Tian. He's burning Matthew down at the same time with that AoE.
Sacred having to be careful how he commits into that.
Yeah, it's like, you want to burn me with Firefly? Alright, well, I'll burn you with my Dying Light. You can't actually trade. Level 1 Firefly is pathetic amounts of damage.
Juga sakit image-nya tuh. Kayak Radiance mirip.
And his top lane definitely not how Waska probably anticipated things to go.
Makin dekat Phoenix, makin habis itu darahnya.
Easy farm so far for Ame. Same to be said though, obviously on the other side as well. They're diving in a bit.
Tianming sitting on top of him, that extra burn damage, is it enough? It should be.
Yeah, Matthew can't do anything to get him off him. Tianming gets the kill, and he'll get out of there with a TP.
Oof. These two top, crushing it right now. Not able to take advantage of the double ion shell this time yet.
Okay.
Cogs in a good position. Now they are starting to get really good damage.
Went back in there onto the both of them. Yeah, Domi pops down the shard. We'll give him a chance to run.
They'll make him work for it a bit. He's got a Fairy Fire and a Salve.
I mean, they might not want to spend time chasing this.
I think he might actually just get out of here. Blood Grenade to stop the Salve, alright. But that's,
Masih hidup cuy.
he's got actually get the cover.
Kok kurang
He wasn't
gitu
looking.
sih si Ame aneh.
He certainly wasn't. That's a sentry gone and Arme's courier out.
And he lives, and they used a blood grenade. Alright, Waska.
At the least, they didn't spend too much time chasing outside of the blood grenades. PYW did hold back and return to the lane.
Yeah, they identified it quickly. And now top at this point, it's more of like this, okay, yes, things went wrong for us on Waska, but now we can go back and get stacks going. That's the one thing the Batrider can also provide very nicely. Get the double stacks with your sticky, and you'll be able to farm them either with you and your tinier.
So yeah, who's going to kind of get priority in clearing stacks, do you think? Are you giving it to the Tiny for like the blink timing, or are you giving it to the Luna for the carry, or the Mars to catch up after a rough lane?
Not sure, to be honest with you. They might just end up giving it to Dark Mago, so he has quick blink time, but we shall see. Because it does feel like the blink timing is probably the most important one for them. As Matthew. Clean up. And they get the scout the stacks.
Mending ke bawah ya lah Matthew. Stacking ke, mau stacking di situ.
They've got pretty decent ways of stealing.
They do.
Yeah, kind of across all three cores.
Constant acid spray plus a couple orbs will definitely be able to go for it if Ame feels comfortable to do so. And even though Ame did lose his courier, it wasn't when he bought his talisman, right? So he was able to walk toward this secret shop over here. He does have the talisman on him now, on the Alchemist. Here we go. Looking to get aggressive, looking to go for a wisdom steal. On the flip side, Tianming already in position to go for the steal too.
Why get away with this Invis rune?
He's level 5 on the Phoenix. It's a level 2 Batrider. Waska, they need these runes.
Dark Margo is going to be able to pick it up.
They'll get both of them.
Yeah, indeed they will.
Tianming is killing Sacred 1v2. He might kill Matthew as well.
There's no way.
It's close.
I mean,
they're baiting each other.
Yeah, same time, PYW will get found by Yodomi.
Matthew getting the stickies up. He should be able to get Tianming actually, but does the Ancient get it? It doesn't.
Next time. Up there from XXS, they want to chase down Dark Margo. So they get some kills in trade in return, but yeah, both wisdoms.
Tianming is just bossing it though. He literally was just fighting two heroes because of how underleveled they were, but they do get the double wisdom at a very necessary time. Matthew was level 2. Now he's level 5 because of that. He gets the kill, solo kill XP onto a super high level Phoenix and the XP for both. So pretty much fixes his entire early game. Sacred's still going to be struggling a bit, but Matthew going to be very happy to be able to keep these stacks going. Wow, 3 points in the sticky. It's been interesting to see.
Dreamcore back up. One of the both of them.
These cogs, they're both burning.
Have they got anything to fight back? They've got a quick, short snowball there coming out from Yodomi. Yeah, shards as well.
They are burning.
Nearly pushing Dark Margo to safety, but indeed Tianming on this Phoenix just doing so much. He's hit the 6 now as well. So has the supernova. The Eclipse from Pike cleans up at least 1 kill in return. But yeah, at the moment it seems that any sort of fight that happens near this Phoenix is just going terribly for Waska.
Yeah. Matthew, I was pointing out 3 points in sticky. He's gone for the Arsonist build, so I guess he wants to at some point be able to poke some towers. That's the only reason that you do the max sticky build like this. Which
this dive down bottom.
Tianming again, he's 6.
They're just in on top of Pike. It's a lot of damage.
He's got egg if he needs to go for it.
Yodomi's going to be able to hold them back. And yeah, Tianming will have to pop the supernova here just to survive. Pike, he'll live.
This Phoenix is playing like an absolute monster though. 5-1-1. Look at his net worth as well because of all these kills he's been able to find. Can we get damage numbers if possible?
No.
No? Okay.
No, I think we can. I'm
sure his are going to be very high up there after this type of progress.
There we go. Look
at that damage, right? Like, he's literally double the next person, pretty much.
Double the mid-tiny.
Yeah, that is insane how much he's been able to do. And yeah, a lot of the result of just that, I'm going to keep reference, that level 1 kind of thing where they force the aggression after forcing a Firefly on it. Matthew, very cool stuff from Tianming. Which is allowing Ame to also have this fantastic start top. Radiant's time is going to be nice and quick. Dark Mago is making the move around here top, but can't quite find the angle. Might be time to farm those stacks. Yodomi.
They're going to get the courier, and they'll almost certainly get him.
Don't want to waste the coil. He'll buy some time for his team.
Getting a lot done in the early game this time around Extreme. Just 10 minutes in, 3k lead, pressuring the tier 1 bottom.
And it just feels, excuse me, it feels infinitely better too when it's you look back and you're like, man, my carry, he's not playing Jug.
He's not a Jug. He's
No
not a
flame
Jug.
to Ame, of
He's an
course.
alchemist.
He's an alchemist.
That's
It's
getting a
much
crazy
better.
amount.
Radiant's
Yeah.
bottom
No, I
tower
mean, I
is
think
under
Ame, as I
attack.
said, I think you'd agree after that game. I'm pretty sure walked away from that being like, I never want to play Jug again.
Yeah.
All these decrepifies and invisibilities, it's a nightmare. He doesn't want to play into that.
Radiant's
I just cannot
bottom
believe
tower
that
is under
Omni
attack.
Slash is a 2-minute cooldown at all
Dire
levels with
are
0
scanning.
talents to update it. Why doesn't it reduce? Why doesn't it go like 20, 110, 100? No, it's just a 120-second cooldown.
Maybe next patch.
Dire's
You know,
middle
all the
tower
Jug players
is
are
under
out there, I hope. And that's why Ame played it. You know, he wanted to put his sort of bid in for
Radiant's
getting
bottom
Jug
tower
buffed.
has
He's
fallen.
like, look at this.
Matthew's starting to get the stickies up, so he does want to try to pressure this tower mid.
Radiant structures
This is cool.
are fortified. Dire's structures
Don't see
are
too many
fortified.
support. I mean, more supports are starting to take this, but it's not the easiest one to use all the time. Can he get any hits off onto it? He's just continuing to stack it up. He can't walk up to hit it though. They're guarding it.
It's too risky. Yeah, he's just going to die if he gets too close.
He would kill it very fast. He kills it in like just a couple hits once he gets those 10 stacks up. 5k lead. Stream.
Banyak stack.
As you said, getting so much out of the map, and in the meantime also, they did have stacks to go back to. So we do see Pyke, he's the one who's taking the Ancients. I believe Dark Mago, he did take the hard camp to get that faster timing on his Blink Dagger, but it's still slowed down. And there's massive Ancient stacks for XSS. And it's just going to be a pipe rush.
Sorry. Mungkin nanti
Pretty good game
bakal
for it.
nge-live lagi mungkin. Tapi nggak tahu besok
Protecting both the
jam
puck
berapa.
and the Alk. And speaking of the
Nonton
puck and the
ya,
Alk, top
Sacred.
main susah.
He'll get caught by the Dream Coil. He
So,
drops the
thanks
arena down. They're already in it, and they're happy to be in there.
Instant cancel
Bye.
TP from Dark
See
Go.
you tomorrow.